Right, 30 December 2024, and today I'm going to be giving you the last Monday presentation of the year. So this year has gone past very, very quickly, and we are entering 2025. So today I've got a very interesting presentation. Yesterday I gave it a break, and I want to show you what is happening and why 2025 is going to be extremely difficult for Mnangagwa. So let's start with what happened yesterday. Mnangagwa was in Bulawayo, and as I said, General Chiwenga took center stage, even though he wasn't there. Everyone knows that General Chiwenga is the most popular person in Zimbabwe right now. And I want to start by showing you how popular this man is. So a man has been arrested for impersonating General Chiwenga. That is how popular General Chiwenga is among the security structures. So there is currently a man right now who is in custody after he impersonated General Chiwenga. And the reason why he was impersonating General Chiwenga is because obviously that is his hero. So I cannot believe that someone can go to that extent. And I'll eventually show you the picture of this guy. I'm trying to find it. This guy is hiding from me. Rodwell Gowere has impersonated General Chiwenga. He went into various WhatsApp groups and pretended to be General Chiwenga, and he is currently in custody. In fact, I think they've given him a bail of $100, and he's going to be back in court on January 15 because of impersonating General Chiwenga. This guy is a gold miner from Shurugwi, and this is why I'm saying Chiwenga is the man of the moment, even though he was not there. So yesterday, Chiwenga did not go to Mnangagwa's Thanksgiving ceremony. This was the first time ever since this Thanksgiving thing started that Chiwenga did not attend. And instead, I was watching what Chiwenga was doing, and his wife was posting some of the most high definition pictures of his wedding. The wedding took place in 2023. So you can go and check out Keno Minotabo's Facebook page. She has posted some of the most high definition pictures that I've ever seen. And I'm just putting one here for you to see. So go over to her page, Mini Lamini. Sorry, Mini Tabo. You can go and check. I don't know why I'm thinking of Mini Lamini right now, but you can go and check her page on Facebook, Mini Tabo, and you can go and see. I think she's got about 20 pictures over here. Mini Tabo Chiwenga, she's over there on Facebook. So what is important to notice is that there is a total loss of power by Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa has lost relevance. No one takes Mnangagwa seriously. Look at the people that were around Mnangagwa. I feel sorry for Kembo Mohadi. Kembo Mohadi is very, very sick. He was on crutches and was forced to give a speech. So you will see that I uploaded a video of Kembo Mohadi speaking. I had to speed it up so that he appears to be speaking normally. The man is very sick and he's on crutches. So I do not know if he's going to make it in terms of the new government or cabinet of Mnangagwa that is going to be announced in just 2 days' time. So Mnangagwa is expected to announce in just 2 days' time his new cabinet, and I expect him to make a major shakeup, especially when it comes to the vice presidents. And my prediction is that Opam Chunguri here is going to jump into the vice president position. If she does not go in here, you are going to see one of the Mnangagwa sons becoming a vice president. There's going to be a big move by Mnangagwa this week, and this is to consolidate his power. So look very closely at Opam Chunguri, PV Sbanda or Valerio, and one of the Mnangagwa sons. So Mnangagwa is bound to make a big change this week in this portfolio. I don't think he's going to make the mistake of firing Chiwenga. If he makes that mistake, Mnangagwa's presidency is over. So if Mnangagwa makes the mistake of firing Chiwenga, his presidency is over, because this is just what Chiwenga needs. So if Chiwenga is fired, immediately he can walk into the presidency. It's going to be very easy for him. So let's see how Mnangagwa maneuvers. But you can clearly see that Mnangagwa has lost relevance. He doesn't know what to do. The things that Mnangagwa is talking about are not relevant. So he's talking about dams. Who cares about dams? We all know that the dams are not working in Zimbabwe. Who cares about boreholes? We all know that there's no developed country that uses boreholes. He's talking about a drought. We all know that there's drought in Zimbabwe. Sekuru Masuka was talking about about hunger. Sekuru Masuka, does he know how much hunger is in Masvingo, in Bikita? Mnangagwa has destroyed the country. And it's clear that the people around Mnangagwa are bootlickers. Look at this man, Jenfan. There is no way in the world where another man greets another man like that. So if you see yourself greeting another man with that stance, you're a puppet. So let me tell you what a real man does, and I want you guys to observe. Look at what Sekuru Masuka is doing when he's facing Mnangagwa. Do you see that? That is what a man does. A man faces another man in the eye. So Sekuru Masuka is standing like a man. He is looking at Mnangagwa, even though it's his senior. You don't bend down for another man the way that Jenfan is doing. So Jenfan clearly trying to pacify or to look like he is very obedient to Mnangagwa, but a very poor stance. Look at the adult men, what they're doing. So even Kembo, who is very sick, is standing very stiff and upright. But there is Jenfan, even Opa, she's standing upright. She doesn't bend over, bend down. Sorry, sorry guys, I meant bend down from Mnangagwa. That is crazy. Right, so you can clearly see that is a crazy situation over here. Mnangagwa losing relevance. I've got his speech, but I try to see where I can see value in Mnangagwa's speech. Totally nothing. It makes no sense what is happening with Mnangagwa, and it's a mess. We are reaching a point now where the military has clearly said they are not going to hang around with Mnangagwa. So previously, we're going to see Mnangagwa here, you're going to see Chiwenga, you're going to see a lot of guys around him, but he's not there. So the military guys are not there. They don't care anymore. You've got Utaonashe here. Utaonashe really need to do something about that weight. I don't think it makes sense for Utaonashe to look the way he's looking right now. He's looking so big, and it's just a matter of time before he gets hit by a heart attack. God is going to punish Utaonashe for lying about the situation in Zimbabwe. I feel so bad when I see Utaonashe speaking because it shows Kuti, this man is heartless. He doesn't care about the people, especially the people in his church. Utaonashe lying every day about the situation in Zimbabwe. In the past, so these are the past Thanksgiving. So in the past, this was Chiwenga, that is 2022. And if you look here, this is Chiwenga, this is 2023. So Chiwenga has never missed Thanksgiving. He only missed this one because he's fed up of Mnangagwa's behavior. And the military is also fed up of Mnangagwa's behavior. No one likes it, what Mnangagwa is doing right now. And what is the problem with what Mnangagwa is doing? No one is making money under Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa does not know how to create value. So people don't make money. The country doesn't make money. And this is in spite of all the trying. So if you look at Barbara, she was there by Victoria Falls. You can clearly see that she's trying to get the tourists to come to Zimbabwe. But once a tourist lands at Victoria Falls, they've got nowhere to go. The roads are broken. I sent people to Victoria Falls. It took them 8 hours drive between Bulawayo and Victoria Falls. Do you think there's a tourist who is stupid enough to spend 8 hours on the road instead of going to Cape Town, where they can fly in for 1 hour and do hundreds of things? So there's nothing to do in Zimbabwe, and people are just fed up of this country. People are fed up. Tourists are fed up. No one likes it. And the only person who's enjoying right now is Rutendo. I saw Rutendo is in Victoria Falls. And guys, Rutendo was the first person to come to my office. Like when I launched my office in Johannesburg, I was sitting at my office. So I put out an event on Facebook. And who was the first person to walk in my office? Rutendo. So I spent the whole day. That was the first day I met Rutendo. And he was the first person in my office. But he has just started going around Zimbabwe trying to showcase. And I know it's clear that there's no value right now in Zimbabwe. We need to make a change. And the problem is Mnangagwa. People around Mnangagwa can tell that Mnangagwa is the problem. And they want to solve it. But I think the solution is going to be very difficult because it means Mnangagwa has to go. And Mnangagwa doesn't want to go. He wants to stick around. He wants to be president for life. That is what Mnangagwa wants. And I'm going to bring the general here. So what is happening is there's a big thing with the land. You saw that Mnangagwa is going to be charging $500 per hectare for land. And Jelas Mawarire was out on HSTV talking about it. This has been a key point of discussion behind the scenes for many, many people. And I'm going to bring General Chiwenga here to talk about it. And talking about Jelas Mawarire, he was working with Mamjuru, and I see that HSTV is calling him a politician. Go and check it out. It's the top story today in Newsday newspaper. They're saying Guti Jelas Mawarire is a politician. I don't think he's a politician. I did some work with the Jelas Mawarire and Mamjuru some time back, and it didn't work well. It didn't end well. There was a massive fight over there. After Jelas, after I made a proposal, $50,000 to Mamjuru, then these guys went and hired a foreign guy to do the work, and the guy ran away with the passwords. So Mamjuru ended up with no Facebook, no YouTube, after the guy ran away with the passwords. Right, I think that is covered. Mnangagwa embarrassing himself yesterday. Chiwenga, he quit, he abandoned the whole thing. He didn't go in there. The military didn't show up. Many people didn't show up. The only people that showed up are very, very desperate people, like Kembo Mohadi. I don't know. It's just God who is keeping this man. It's just a matter of time before he's not able to walk around. So I can see clearly that it's just a matter of time. Maybe Mudara Mumvee, but it's gonna be tough for Kembo Mohadi to do anything. Those who were watching yesterday, you saw what I'm talking about. This man is very, very sick. I don't even know why they are forcing him to do this. It's terrible. So you're looking at Mnangagwa, very isolated, surrounded by people that are always agreeing with him. But you can see the stance of these guys. I like what Sekuru Masuka is doing. Good job, Sekuru Masuka, standing up like a man. Even Opa, she's standing straight like a man. But Jenfan, very, very sad. Jenfan has got poor body language. I don't know why. Remember last time I showed you when he's folding his hands, when he's lying. I think he lacks experience. That is why he does this, Jenfan Muswere. And he's supposed to be in charge of propaganda from Mnangagwa. Very sad. And Mnangagwa, no plan. There is nothing that Mnangagwa is saying right now that can solve the situation in Zimbabwe. We are done. This man, the only day Zimbabwe is going to do well is when Mnangagwa is gone. Mnangagwa is making people fail to make money. No one is making money in Zimbabwe. And now I want to take you to what is happening with the young people. So young people in the diaspora, they want to come home. So currently there is a trend where many young people from the diaspora are coming home. So they just come to Zimbabwe. However, they go and spend a month or two. Then they are fed up. and they go back. So I want to take you through about 4 guys that have come home. So let's look at a few guys here. So my favorite, we've been featuring this young lady for a long time. So this is Laurah. So Laurah Tapiwa, she's doing very, very well. She's gone home, and it's been about a month. She's done very, very well. When she get home, we are another 10 because pisa. Then you've got Gigs, right? Gigs has gone home. These are young men. These young men are going home. They're coming from the UK, and Gigs is doing well. I already found a girl over there, the corner. If you haven't observed, when you look at the picture, start at the top left, go to the bottom right, then you won't miss anything. So, when I look at the picture, I see things that many people don't see. So, did you see that there's a girl sitting at the back there? So, Gigs is having fun in Zimbabwe. He just arrived less than 7 days ago. Claudia, she's been in Zimbabwe for a very long time. She is in Eswatini. And I think I want to look for Tariro. Right? So Tariro went home. She is from South Africa. She was in South Africa for a very long time. So she went and lived in Masvingo. Then after about a month, she left. She went back to South Africa. And then Sam Keliso has been in Zimbabwe for 5 months. I think we are done because you see, Zimbabwe boys are Zinonoki. quick. So Sam Keliso was in Zimbabwe, I think 5 months now. She's been home. So what is the point? The point I'm trying to make is there is so much interest in going back home, but the situation is unbearable. All these kids who are coming back home, they want to make it work, but there's no job, there's no house, electricity is gone for 24 hours. That is why Anatara will end up leaving. She didn't bath for 3 days because there's no water. Currently in Bulawayo, there's no water to bath, to drink, and people have to go to boreholes. So this is the situation under Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is destroying the country. And we need to solve this. These are things you can't wait. You can't wait, Kuti. Let's have water after 2 years. Or let's have water after 3 years. So Mnangagwa has to address these issues. And there is no other way except to remove him. So Mnangagwa must go if he can't solve the water crisis. Mnangagwa must go if he can't solve the electricity crisis. Mnangagwa must go if he can't solve the job crisis. So these are all the crises that we have in our country. And young people outside are struggling, so they're trying to come home and there's nothing home to come for. So a very sad situation, but that is the way it is. The current Zimbabwe that we have is not habitable to youngsters, but young people really wanting to come home. Then let me go to Nelson Chamisa. So Nelson Chamisa was in Bikita yesterday. Nelson Chamisa, he makes me laugh because I don't know, Kuti, is this a politician or a church leader? Guys, I'm not even making fun of Chamisa here. So let me show you what happened yesterday with Chamisa. So Chamisa went to Bikita. Bikita is my home. So let's see what he did. Right. So guys, I want you to notice something. And I'm not being funny. When Nelson Chamisa does this kind of videos, he gets very low views, like around 30,000. The person who gets 30,000 views is like Anna Job Scala and all those people. When Chamisa posts political stuff, he gets at least 100,000 engagements or views. So the big problem we have here is that the content that is resonating with Chamisa's audience, especially the young people, is political content. And I think Chamisa wants to do religious content, but he doesn't get it. I don't think he understands here. People want him to do politics. So people want Chamisa to talk about politics. They don't want him to sing about church or anything. So if I was the analyst for Chamisa, I would just show him this document there or this report. So look at this. He is at a church here. That was about a month ago, on 7th December, sorry. He had 60,000 views. And then if you go down and you look at the times when he's doing political stuff, he gets 95,000, he gets a lot of views. Even if he posts his own picture, he gets a lot of views. But when he does church, he gets very low engagement. So Chamisa, do more politics. People want you to be a politician. They want you to attack Mnangagwa hard. Don't play Mnangagwa Mnangagwa argura vanhu nenzara. So people want someone who's going to come up and say, Mnangagwa, stop it. Mnangagwa, we don't like it. And stop saying Nika inowakwa ndivene vayo. You're building nothing. So Mnangagwa is building nothing. That man is just wandering aimlessly around. And I don't get it. What is Mnangagwa's plan? And I can't see it. I don't get it. No one can see it. Except from Darawiyo Mutendi. Mutendi is very sick. You can see Mutendi, with ZCC, is extremely sick. Something is wrong with him. And I think God is punishing him for supporting Mnangagwa. Now let's go to some community news before I go into really important announcements. So I want to start with Varun Beverages. They've advertised some very senior positions. If you're looking for a job as a very senior person like a GM, go over there. I'll put this on Gambakwe. This is a good company to work for. It's like Pepsi. They make Pepsi and Simba chips in Zimbabwe. Then obviously the meeting, a wedding. This is I don't know what this family is called, but they are very popular in Zimbabwe for some reason. But look at those gifts. So Madam posts $500. Guinea Milite $250. So the moment I saw Guinea Milite with $250, I knew this whole list was fake. There is no way that Guinea Milite has got $50. That man is fake. He's got nothing. Then Mr. Lep TV, $2. Yes, that can happen. Mr. Lep TV, $2. That is how much you can afford from Tare. So now let's go to some very, very important announcements. We have had a very good report on Mumvee. So guys, so the best reports we've got is on high blood sugar. So guys, the reports I'm getting on high blood sugar are amazing. So people that have been taking Mumvee for a month have controlled their sugar very, very well. So what I'm going to do next year is I'm going to commission some research. I'm going to work with guys in the universities of Zimbabwe to see what is the best dosage. But the guys who are suffering from high sugar, they've been calling me and reporting that they're doing very, very well. Some of them have even came off pills, or the doctors have taken them off or reduced their dosages. So this is crazy. I don't understand this app, how it works. I don't make it. So I just sponsor it for some people, but the reports that I'm getting are amazing. Since November, we have had the biggest number of sales. So that is in the UK, over 200 packets a month. That is going to the UK. And in South Africa, countless number. In Zimbabwe, a huge number of packets going over there. So amazing. I don't know how it works, but it's working. And also 1 liter engine turns to 3 liter engine. So what does that mean, 3 liter engine? What do I mean 3 liter engine? So most guys, as you grow older, your engine gets smaller, right? Like literally you see your engine shrinking. So what Mumvee does is it helps your engine to come back. So I'm going to make you have an experiment. So girls, close your eyes and ears, right? Girls, close. So you see this phone? That is your engine. That should be the minimum size of an engine. If your engine is smaller than this phone, any phone, right? Like iPhone, if your engine is not longer than that phone, you need Mumvee. Right? That is a rule. So that is why most guys are looking for this thing. And it's important for you to understand why that is needed. Apana munhu anofarira kanonzi aka. So I'm happy to say Kuti, it's working. And also when it comes to wounds and treatment of high blood pressure, inflammation, it's very, very important for you to have at least some powder of Mumvee. And the guys who have had their packets, so every day I'm going to show you. So you should be down here, because you've got 2 days to go. You should be down here and your packet should be finished. So I'm expecting you guys to give me a call. Our factory is closed and we've got enough stock just for the next 7 days. So make sure you make an order if you don't want me to tell you that we have ran out. So 1 liter engine, high blood, that is where I'm seeing a lot of good reports, and also on high blood sugar. So high blood sugar, that is the basic, most important thing that I'm getting reports on. Then I want to go to the house. So I've had so many calls for this house, and our factory is too closed. The guy who's making these houses is too closed. And what we're going to do is we're going to put up a demo house here, and then we're going to put a demo house in Harare. This is a 3-bedroom house, and this house has got a garage. Total is about 70 square meters. That's all you need. And to build this house is $5,000. We're going to do this for the guys in the diaspora. The way we're going to do it is $300 a month for 24 months. And we're not going to deliver the house for you until you finish. We are also not going to deliver you if you pay more. So don't pay more, because we want to avoid pressure. So there's so much pressure right now. Guys have been calling the manufacturer. So I put the manufacturer here. So guys just looked here and they saw the manufacturer, and they've been calling the manufacturer to say, we want a house. The manufacturer is working with me, so he's going to tell me that you called him. And there's no way that he's going to make enough houses. And let me give you a context. We've got guys in other countries who have called. Zambia, Botswana. The government of Botswana wants to build 100,000 houses. And a guy has already called me from Botswana saying he wants to work with us on this. In Zambia, there are places where you can't put cement or you can't build. They want to do this house very quick. It's able to maintain temperature, and it's modern. You build it in less than a day. This whole house, this tiny house, is less than a day. So the demand is extremely high. So we're going to start with the Victoria Falls guys on installments, $300 a month for 24 months. And then you're going to see the project growing. We are also going to have a demo house in Harare by the end of February. That is my target, a demo house in Harare by the end of February. Guys, this is a national project. We can build a massive number of houses. And companies, we're going to approach companies. You can also get your staff members to join here. The plant to make the panels costs 20 million rands, which is about $1 million. So I would like to approach people in Harare so that we have our own plant to make the panels in Harare. So these are some of the plans that I think even Mnangagwa, maybe Mungati or something, if you approach the manufacturer and buy a plant, so that building a house takes a day. So these are 70 panels, including the foundation. So I will send you guys, if you please don't WhatsApp me and ask so many questions because I'm getting too many WhatsApps. Try to comment here so that I give you the answers. If you don't have a house, in 2 years you must have a house like this. There's no one who should be renting or a lodger, because you can build this house, you can put it anywhere, you can even put it in your rural areas. But let's work together. By the end of January, we have proper answers. This has been extremely popular, and I can already see the business value here, especially for the guys in the USA. A house in America is no less than $500,000 US. Imagine if you can have a house in Zimbabwe, which you are renting out. This house can easily rent it out for $200, $300, and you have your money back in a short while. So these are a very good initiative, a tiny house, a design which is this factory. When you're going to this factory, you drive into the South African Army barracks. Like you enter the gates of the South African Army barracks. So it is a government project for South Africa, which unfortunately, because South Africa is so developed, I don't think it has picked up here. But there's been an amazing demand from Zimbabweans. So the manufacturer is inundated by calls. Ever since I put this out, there's been a lot of calls to the manufacturer from Zimbabwe. I don't know if Guys are just researching it, but he's getting a lot of calls to say, we want this tiny house. And obviously the delivery must be done. But for the Zimbabwe government, I think the best thing is for them to have a plant. The plant is about 20 million rands, and you can build massive number of houses. 20 million rands is $1 million. And I'm sure in China it is much cheaper. So if you put that plant in Zimbabwe, house delivery is going to be very, very quick. So let's see how that works. And if someone is going to jump onto this project in Zimbabwe at a massive scale. Then we are talking about the men's clinic. Our desk is going to be open in Harare very soon, so that you can have all the services for men. That is prostate, blood tests, workouts and diets, and also you can have access to my herbs, Mumvee and all that. So right now we're currently delivering through DHL, and it's proving to be very slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to open a desk. Within the next 3 weeks, the desk will be up and we'll be able to collect Mumvee in Harare. We currently have someone in Bulawayo, so if you want to collect in Bulawayo, you can immediately collect. And as you know, the factories are closed, but we have stock. We bought enough stock over there. But the most important thing for a man, check your prostate, don't have STDs. That's crazy. Like, who has STDs these days? So when you are feeling something odd, you must get checked. So we're going to give you an opportunity to get checks, the same checks that are here in South Africa. So very, very important. And also your workouts, katumbu, aka, katumbu, not kadumbu, zidumbu. We don't want that kind of behavior, zidumbu. So we're going to deal with it. Six-pack. We're going to deal with it. There is a big project that is going to come regarding men's health in Zimbabwe. And also, you know, most guys in Zimbabwe, they start feeling something and they hide it or they ignore it. The biggest number of cancer in Zimbabwe is among the executives. So people who are managers or directors or whatever in companies, they end up going to Parinyato. So you had medical aid. Then when you retire, you don't have medical aid. You end up dying at Parinyato Hospital. Don't do that. We want to sort out the issues ahead before you have them. So that is what we're going to be dealing with on men's health. Now let's look at the comments. In Australia, how do I get them there? Just WhatsApp the number. We're going to send it to you. A lot of guys from Australia are buying Musatongwe Nema Salad, Australia. Then for Chiwenga to survive, you have to partner with Chamisa and be radical to oster the monarchy. I don't know if Chamisa wants to do this. Guys, I don't want to lie to you. I don't think Chamisa wants to partner with Chiwenga. What I think is going to happen is there's going to be a time for the military and Chiwenga and the what we call transition, and then Chamisa comes in. So I don't think Chamisa is going to work. When you come to Canada, I'm not allowed. So Canada in America, there is only one company allowed to bring in herbs, and that is DHL. So guys, Munemari, $100 is nothing. Send $100, we'll send you this thing. Tell Chamisa the religion is lost traction. I agree with Koma. Chamisa, when he publishes religious content, his engagement is very low. So he has to observe it. He has to watch Sekuru Vena. Sekuru Vena, when he's on his live, he once had 1 million people watching. 1 million people on a live, Facebook live, probably the largest number of people watching a live. And he goes for hours every night. Sekuru Vena doesn't talk about anything else but the plan. Today, Mozambique is going on strike. Today, he has made an announcement yesterday, and they're going to go on strike. Ababanwe, the Frelimo, he has even ran away from the country. Yesterday, he left Daniel Chapo. I don't know for how long, but he's going to be gone for a while. So, Vena has got a lot of pressure on these guys. That is what we need in Zimbabwe. We need a political agenda. We don't want just general popularity. We want someone who's got a political agenda, who's going to say, this is where we're going, and this is how we're going there. So when Chamisa issues those statements about like this, people love it. these pictures get a lot of views and people want Chamisa to do well, but then it mustn't stop. He mustn't issue a statement and then we stop. So once you start going, go. So it's go, go, go. That is what we want from Chamisa. Mudara uyu, Mnangagwa, is finished. Ukangomsukumidza kawani, anodona uyu. Mnangagwa, just if you poke Mnangagwa like this, he's gonna tip over. He's very weak. Mnangagwa. And it's the only thing standing between Mnangagwa and being dropped is that people don't know that Mnangagwa is so weak. Right, let's see if there's anything else here that I need to cover. And as I said, we've got great love for our country. Mnangagwa is lying that people don't love their country. I just showed you here, young people coming in massive numbers to our country. But you can't go to Zimbabwe and not bath for 4 days or 5 days and not have electricity. These things need to be sorted out. Very much. We need to sort them out. And then Masi is saying, Opam Chinguri, Opam Chinguri, she's very strange. You know, when I was in Zambia, when the Zambians arrested me, I wanted to meet Opam Chinguri. So the guys, Masia, they came in, they took me. Then I said to Masia, take me to the delegation in Zimbabwe. And she was there, she was the leader of the delegation. And then she was scared to meet me. So, I don't understand that girl. Kuti. You stand next to Gambako and you don't tell him your name. And then Mpana so MCIO akapeka tracksuit. It was embarrassing, guys. What was happening to MCIO in Zimbabwe. But then when I was away from my room, some guys entered my room and they tried to put poison into my room in Zambia. The good thing is everything that happens in my room is recorded. Mnangagwa uchaona zvichaitika pamberi apa mudhara isusu tinogadzira mavideo tinawo ezvinhu zvese zvinoitika. So when I was away, and unfortunately some of the guys were saying, they went to school with me. So when I was sitting at the reception, I see a whole bunch of guys who went to school with me were saying, just getting out from the lift. And I was like, is it like they send a whole group or what? They are wasting money on all this intelligence. All they must do is fix the country and everything will be fine. Right, I think we've covered everything here. Let's come back later. It's going to be year end. So tomorrow, obviously, the last day of the year. Let's look at what is important, what is going to come in 2025. And let's see how Mnangagwa and Chiwenga end. And then Masi says, do you have a best supply in Bulawayo? Yes. Bulawayo, you can pick up immediately. So if you phone the number, if you WhatsApp me, you'll be able to pick up immediately. Then say, so you were poisoned, but said you were poisoned one time. Yes. You said you were not poisoned. Peter, what I tried to prove. I told you one day, I'm going to come here and remove my shirt. And then I'll show you guys what happened when I was poisoned. Right, I think this person is important. You are saying Zimbabweans are struggling in Europe and America. Now we are paying $100 for DHL delivery in the US because of money. Contradiction. It's not everyone. Mukoma, people are sick. Like, there's something what I call the living dead. The rubber man. That thing is very traumatic. When you're a man and your system is not working and your engine is not working, it's more traumatic than being dead. So what Mumvee does is it repairs your system. After 30 days, masala dangaska kujairi like unenge wapo. So the reason why people spend $100 on Mumvee is not because they want. It's because they just want to solve a serious problem. And to my pills to Dambra liver. So your liver is getting damaged. The only thing that doesn't damage your liver is Mumvee because it's a herb. So what happens if you drink Mumvee? You immediately see results. For example, I told you about this. your engine must be at least that, right? There is no question about it. you see kuti ka engine kangu ka 1 liter, kappa 2 liter, kappa 3 liter. You're going to see that. So there's no question about it. Do you think someone is stupid enough to not keep the engine working? So that is why people are spending this $100. It's a lot of money, and I wish with the pickup point in the United States, because the actual Mumvee, it doesn't cost a lot. The actual courier is the cost. We have literally paid 200,000 US dollars, rands for courier, for people to get to Mumvee. So the amount of money we're paying on the courier is more than the value of the courier. So that is exactly the problem that we have. People are trying to solve a problem. And imagine you take your wife to the Bahamas, you book a room, right? And then it's Dara, Basahiro, and you fail. So most guys are dealing with that, and it's very traumatic. So that is why they're buying this Mumvee. And don't be that guy. Don't be that guy who doesn't seek a solution. Like Dara was telling me in his road, if you're under 70, do you know what my baby my kids kana vane 50, 60 years and ndopaoneka vakupisa saka kana une mukadzi ane 50 years uri patight, it's like ed mukadzi wake ane chi lese mukadzi waed ane 50 years anenge akupisa apa mudhara akuti inini ndapera. Musapera mudhara, musapera. And uyu Mohadi, you must call me. I'll give you for free. I'll give you a free pack of Mumvee, and I'll get you a personal trainer. Because I can see kuti makumbo apera, and if you look at Mohadi, look at his legs. His legs are totally gone. That is a sign of deep sickness. So if you touch his leg, better bones are straight. I know this because I was sick and my whole bone was gone. Like when I was walking, my trousers was basically hanging. And so, and I was always tired. So what I suggest to Mdaro is, phone me, I'll give him there, and I'll hook him up with a personal trainer for free. Can I see now? Also, pera 6 months. Nanga to funda my baby to give me a cup. My baby Laurah. Laurah kananga man. So that is the situation that is there, and yeah, I think that is an important community announcement, and also we're going to be delivering to my tourist Victoria Falls. I think I've covered everything. Let's see how many minutes I've talked. 42 minutes. I'm talking longer than Makandiwa. Makandiwa. Did you see what Makandiwa said about 2030? Makandiwa has said something about ED 2030, and it was amazing. I'm going to play it sometime this week. Okay, so I think the Living Dead, Mercy, the Living Dead, Rubber Man, I don't like it. And I don't deal with that anymore because of Mumvee. Right, I think we've covered everything. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. It's been an amazing year. And I hope that we end it at a high. Mnangagwa must address the situation in Zimbabwe. We are tired of this type of life. Name Dara Chiwenga Tapiwa No akatipa New Year gift. Bata mdara ndevu uyo. Bata fanda ve army awa. Anetsa mdara uyo. Saying chake chekuti nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. But come on guys, our country is a mess. It's the worst mess that you can ever see. And no one can live in this situation for these years. So thank you very much everyone for watching. And I'll see you again tonight if there's something big, or otherwise I'll see you tomorrow. And a good